All right, let's cut across to the management of SR Ports, in fact, who is joining us on the show to run us through the quarterly numbers. In fact, it was a good set of numbers that the company declared, with the profit zooming to 40 crore rupees this time around. We've got Mr. Agarwal, who is now joining us on the show to talk about the same. Thanks very much, Mr. Agarwal, for being with us on the show. If you could just run us through the highlights of the quarter and what has really been the drivers for such a strong growth.
Yeah, thank you very much. The income actually has gone up by 56% during the quarter. We had revenue of 279 crores against 179 crores in the previous quarter, and for the half year the revenue went up by 58% to 558 crores as against 352 crores, and EBITDA was high at 231 crores as against 134 crores for the quarter, up 72%. The main drivers have been higher volume. Our volume has gone up by 8%, realization has gone up by 34%, resulting in a much higher EBITDA margin of 82% and net profit of 40.8 crores as against 5.3 crores in the previous quarter. For half year, the profits were 80.5 crores against a profit of 8.8 crores in the previous half year. So all in all, a good performance, and the projects also are on stream, so we expect good numbers in the next half also.
Sure, Mr. Agarwal, but just dwelling on that point of extrapolating this kind of a performance for the coming quarters, as you mentioned, given that we have seen quite a slowdown in the shipping industry on a whole, do you think that you can maintain this kind of a trajectory?
Well, if you look at the slowdown in shipping industry, that doesn't really impact so much the port industry, because the shipping industry slowdown is largely due to oversupply of tonnage, and in India we are in the growth mode. The country is still expecting a growth rate of 7.5 to 8%, and there is appreciable increase in power generation, in steel capacity or refining capacity or container traffic, which is expected to grow at a CAGR of 12 to 13%. So we are not expecting a major slowdown in the cargoes handled at the ports. And also to be looked at is the robust growth in the external trade that the country is visiting. Our external trade, export and imports, have both been increasing at a very fast pace of around 40% this year. So which means that we will have a good growth in the cargo. So we don't really expect a major slowdown in the port sector.
Mr. Agarwal, if you could also walk us through a segmental breakup in terms of your revenues, and do you expect the revenue mix to change going forward?
See, unlike earlier times when we were a company with shipping, ports and logistics and drilling business, now the company has only one segment, which is the ports business. So in the current quarter, the numbers are only for the ports business. We have two ports. One is at the dry bulk terminal, which is at Hazira, and the other is the wet liquid terminal at Wadinar. We are also building 3 more ports, but the current operational ports are these two, which contribute to the revenue of 279 crore for the quarter. So it's the same segment of ports which we are talking about. Yeah.
All right, Mr. Agarwal, we'll leave it at that. Thanks very much for taking out the time and joining us and walking us through your numbers. Best of luck for the quarters to come. So that's an SR Ports, the management reiterating that they will continue the strong traction that they have witnessed in the second quarter. The stock went home with a gain of close to 1% and shut shop at 56. But what about